cut that in half. We have a great opportunity to win this basketball game. The second chance points hurt us tonight. But I just thought that defensively we did a great job. We held the team to 42%, and yet we were still in the basketball game with a chance to win. So if we just continue to duplicate what we're doing here, I think we're going to be a basketball team that's going to have a lot of success this year.
What do you attribute the turnovers to, especially that high number early on?
Well, this team is going to create those turnovers because they're going to make sure they have their hands in active passing lanes. So that's going to happen. But we over-dribble a little bit, got in the areas that we shouldn't have gone. Once you get into the paint, this team floods the paint. No different from what we're doing. We're trying to do. And we have the ability to do the same thing. But when you have a turnover, the sure pass, you got to be sure of yourself. It's one game, but I like the effort that we put forth out here on the first game on the road trip. That we got to try to do a great job this year on the road. And I have this effort right here, and we keep growing this team, and I think we're going to be okay.
Keith, I know you were trying to do a lot of bonding stuff in the offseason and during training camp. Did you see any fruits of that?
Oh, yeah. It's been there, because even in timeouts, guys are pulling each other back together again. And all that stuff that we've done is going to pay off for our team as the world is falling down around us. But even with that, I thought the guys did the best they could in this environment that they were in. And they just keep duplicating that. Everything we did preseason prior to this is going to pay off for us.
On that inbounds play with Rico, you got the 5-second call. What did you see from your perspective?
Well, we had 2 timeouts, and not sure that you don't see what you like. You got 2 timeouts, call them right away. But that's one thing you try to find and learn who are your inbound, your trigger guys, and because that trigger man has to be able to check off all the options and then make the right play. And it happens. Sometime in the game, it happens. So, but that didn't hurt us right there. That was one play at the end, late. Granted, you're going to be in those situations, but we got to take advantage of when we have opportunities to make the right plays. You can't have 20 turnovers at all on the road and expect to win. You just cannot do that.
Overall, what did you think about the way Tyreke played tonight?
I thought defensively, man, he has a tough job trying to guard a guy like Rip Hamilton, a veteran who moves constantly and have to work. And then we ask him to do things, but that's what you do when you move from a one, guarding ones where they just set up, playing some small forward, they're kind of spaced out, and then a 2 is pretty active. So we asked this young man to do a lot, and I think overall, I thought that effort he gave there was really, really good.
What do you think of the new look Bulls? I mean, how they approached the game without Derek and.
Well, that's old news right there. Derek is not around for now, and that team has figured out a way to keep moving on. But those guys are proven veteran players in the NBA with Heinrich and Robinson. So those guys know how to play. They understand how to play. I like what they're doing. They're one of the teams that you look at to see where you stand as far as the defensive team. And I thought our team did a great job of trying to match that intensity. But we take care of the basketball, we probably more than likely tomorrow.
Rick got off to a really hot start, and you gave him a nice break in the second quarter. Did you put any thought to putting him back in earlier?
No, I thought the game wasn't away from us. The game was still right there for us. We weren't going to win the game with him back on the floor right there. It wasn't going to separate right there because I know you were going to need him late in the game. That's where we had him at the end without running out of gas totally. So he had a good start, obviously, but you're not going to win many games in the first quarter in the NBA or late in the second quarter. I thought what he did, getting us off to an even start, and then we being able to maintain the game late going to halftime, gave him the right kind of rest, and I knew I needed him late in the game tonight.
Cuz ended up with 7 turnovers tonight. Did you see anything where he was playing maybe a little more out of control?
No, I just saw, sometimes when you get down to the paint, the way they're going to reach at the basketball and slap at the ball. 2 of them were offensive fouls, too. Really, the third was offensive foul. So anytime you get those little things, that's going to build the numbers up. But overall, I like what our team did. If we keep duplicating that effort from the defensive side, we're going to be okay.
Sure. Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. We'll just step in there and hang it up. Hold it up.
Hold it up.